Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE recently announced that Crown Jewel would be held in Perth, Australia, this year on October 11th instead of Saudi Arabia, since the latter will be hosting the Royal Rumble PLE next year. As a result, Ripley and Grayson Waller flew to Australia to promote the event. With WWE Raw around the corner, the Eradicator was forced to bid farewell as she heads back to the United States to make it in time for the Monday night show. Rhea Ripley competed against Bianca Belair at Levesque for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. Despite the storyline heading into the match, this bout kicked off the show instead of being the main event, which did not sit well with CM Punk, who believed that this match should have headlined the event. During a recent interview on the Emmy show, Ripley was asked about CM Punk's comments regarding her match. Mommy replied that it was wild to hear these comments coming from Punk since she has been a fan of the straight-edge superstar for a long time. She further claimed that she knew they would have a great match at WrestleMania 41. Sunil is a pro wrestling journalist, covering AEW and WWE news stories at Sportskeeda. He holds an MBA degree in marketing and has nearly 7 years of experience. A wrestling aficionado since childhood, Sunil used to imitate his favorite wrestlers as a young kid and started writing professionally about the sport via Sportskeeda's revenue-sharing opportunity. Sunil admires former world champions AJ Styles, Will Ospreay, and Kenny Omega for their ability to consistently deliver great matches as well as entertain crowds with their mic skills. If ever given a chance to change a storyline, Sunil would have booked Roman Reigns to end The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak instead of Brock Lesnar. According to him, the tribal chief needed the victory more than Brock Lesnar, as the latter was already an established performer when he defeated Taker. He would have also made that as Taker's final match. Always focused on making his work accurate and reliable, Sunil thoroughly checks his facts before writing his articles. When not writing for pro wrestling, he spends his time watching cricket. The arena lights dimmed to a cold, cobalt blue. Thousands of fans watched in anticipation, many still reeling from the emotional farewell just nights before. A hush blanketed the crowd, an eerie quiet broken only by the dull thrum of the Titantron flickering to life. The screen glowed with a single, stark word. Unbroken. No video package. No voiceover. No soundtrack. Just that single word, frozen in electric white. And the name at the bottom, Rhea Ripley. It hit like a sledgehammer. The crowd roared, then hushed again, like a wave crashing and pulling back. Everyone wanted to believe it. Everyone needed to believe it. Just days earlier, Rhea Ripley had walked away. Not in shame. Not in defeat. But in power. In pain. In truth. Her farewell had been quiet, almost too quiet for a former women's world champion. No fireworks, no main event send-off. Just a short promo after her match, her voice low and steady. "I need to step away," she had said, clutching her shoulder, taped, bruised, and worn. "I've always believed in fighting through the pain, but there's a point where even warriors bleed. And I'm bleeding." That night, the crowd didn't chant. They just watched. Many with hands over mouths. Some with tears. Others in disbelief. Rhea had left her boots in the ring, a gesture older than most careers. And yet, it didn't feel like the end. She hadn't cried. She hadn't looked back. She simply stood tall, nodded once, and whispered, "For now." Backstage, the locker room felt like a crypt. Her rivals hugged her. Her allies stared at her as if something sacred was slipping through their fingers. Dominic tried to speak, but she stopped him with a glance. "Not goodbye," she said. "Just pause." In the days that followed, her social media accounts fell silent. No training clips. No cryptic tweets. No black and white selfies from hotel mirrors. For the WWE Universe, Rhea Ripley had disappeared. But tonight, everything changed. With one word. Unbroken. Fans speculated endlessly. What did it mean? Was it a message to her fans? Her enemies? Herself? Back in Adelaide, the answer simmered in the silence of her apartment. Her leather jacket hung untouched by the door. A weight bench sat idle beneath the soft hum of fluorescent lighting. Rhea sat on the floor, lacing up a pair of worn-out boots, not for a match, but for a run. A run to clear her mind, to feel the pavement under her feet like she once felt the ring beneath her boots. Her body hurt. Her shoulder barked with every step. But her heart was on fire. Because for the first time in weeks, she knew what she wanted. She hadn't left to escape wrestling. She'd left to find herself in it again. Long before the belts, the pyros, the stadiums, Rhea Ripley was Demi Bennett, a teenage girl with punk rock dreams and a bone to pick with the world. Her boots weren't custom. Her jackets didn't glisten. Her entrance theme was the scrape of knuckles on concrete. Wrestling didn't give her purpose. She gave it purpose. She turned pain into fuel, doubt into dominance, hate into heat. But somewhere in the blinding lights of championship reigns and endless tours, something had dulled. Something had drifted. So when her shoulder finally gave out, it was more than just a medical setback. It was a reset. Unbroken wasn't a comeback. It was a declaration. It was her saying, "I'm still here. You just don't see me yet." It was her reminding the locker room, "Don't get comfortable. I'll be back, and I'll be better." It was her whispering to the girl in the mirror, "We survived worse. We're not done." And it was a warning to anyone who thought the Eradicator had been eradicated. As the weeks went by, rumors stirred. Rhea was spotted at a gym in Perth, then at a physio clinic in Florida. A fan posted a selfie with her at a vegan calf, and though she looked tired, there was fire in her eyes. WWE fans began wearing unbroken shirts to shows, even though no one officially sold them. Hashtags took over X, a massive banner unfurled at WrestleMania, even though she wasn't on the card. Then, backstage at Raw, a steel chair sat ringside. Empty. A single note taped to it. "You'll know when it's time." When the lights finally blacked out on a random July episode of Raw, no one was ready. Not even the commentary team. A guitar chord buzzed across the speakers. Not Rhea's usual entrance. It was slow. Haunting. Like something rising from the ocean floor. Then the screen flashed that word again. Unbroken. Spotlight. Smoke. Silence. And then her. Rhea Ripley stepped through the curtain, not in leather, not in chains, but in something even more dangerous. Focus. The crowd went nuclear. The commentary team shouted over each other. The camera zoomed in on her face, stoic, strong, still healing, but far from done. She rolled her shoulder once, smiled slightly at the pop, then grabbed a mic. Her voice was low, calm, controlled. "You missed me?" The crowd screamed. She chuckled once. "I didn't come back for applause." She let the pause stretch, breathing in the electricity. "I came back for war." Some leave with tears, others with silence. Rhea Ripley left with a message and returned with a mission. Her farewell wasn't an ending. It was a reminder, a promise, a prophecy. One that echoed in locker rooms and arenas and hearts. Unbroken. Would you like this turned into a visual graphic or a social media style post?